Hello everyone, I hope you are well. My name is Nick and we're looking at Bubble Buster on the ZX Spectrum, published by Sinclair Research in 1984, so quite an old game. Quite a basic game as well. You control a man at the bottom of the screen who must destroy bubbles or balloons until they've destroyed completely, if you know what I mean. They get gradually smaller and smaller and quicker via each stage. It's based on a game called Cannonballs, come out on the MSX in Japan in 1983. So here's my guy at the bottom here. Here we go. Right, there's the balloon thing. So quite an old game and moves quite basic. So yes, let's just try and survive. This is going to be difficult to comment on at the same time, but hopefully I'll get through one. So destroy that small bit there. The balloons gradually get smaller as you hit them. I think you've generally got the idea. I think I'm going to do it, am I not? I am. Boom. So we'll see how far I get on this one. Now, this game was the first one before they come up with Pang. Oh god, two of them now. Pang was by Ocean in 1990, which is one of my favourite ZX Spectrum games of all time on the 128K. Looks pretty... oh god, looks pretty good on... I can't comment on this. Looks pretty good on the Commodore Amiga as well. That's what I'm trying to say. It's madness. Boof. Right. I think you've got to concentrate on one big balloon at a time. Too many things dancing around and then you've had it. I do like the graphics when it hits the bottom of the screen that they slightly deflect. When I mean that, you get a bit of bounce animation. Here we go. So yes, the arcade version of Pang came out in 1989 from Capcom, and then the game generally in 1990, but this one predates that. Cannonball was the first one, 1983. Bubble Buster, this is 1984. So a nice original basic game. It's one of those ones where it screams retro. Don't know if it came out on the Commodore 64 or the Amstrad CPC. If it did, let me know, but it probably did, to be honest with you. Game over. I haven't got any cheats on this one, so we'll see if I can get past level 2, keyboard or joystick, but I doubt I'll be able to. Excellent stuff. I don't think many people would have played this one, to be fair. Sinclair Research, one of the original game designers. You'll see their name on the ZX Spectrum when you load it up. Right, so I think I've got the measure of this one. The one balloon on its own seems to be no problem, he says. Oh man. Got out of that. You can only fire one of these spear things at a time. Pang, you had a variety of weapons and power-ups to unlock, including a gun, pause time, and various other bits and pieces, and they had coloured backgrounds. This one's just a black background, and it is the original. But I always tend to think the originals are the best. Good stuff. I'm a fan of this one, but I always was going to be, I think. Early 80s, or the first half of the 80s, is my favourite era of computer games. It was much simpler times back then. It was all about the playability. No DLCs for this or downloading updates. It's just the game. Don't know who this guy is at the bottom, but he's got nice green trousers, a white top, and he's shooting bubbles or balloons, and it's going to end in death every time. Hooray! But don't tell him. Right, stage 2, my arch nemesis. Right, whoa. Try and get one balloon at a time, or bubble as they're called. Right. Now, don't want to hit the other big bubble if I can help it. Come on, just get the little ones. Take that one out. Yes, oh dear, I've hit two at the same time there. Right. This is going a bit better. I might actually do this. Oh, ooh, get out the way, sir. Right, okay. Now, surely, Nick, you can do this. You can see a black square around the bubbles when they come in close to each other. That's not too clever. But anyway, we'll let that off. 1984, remember? One left. Only a twit would not do it now. Whoa. Please don't be a twit, Nick. Oh, man. No. Phew, that was close. Good collision detection on this one. It's nice and fair. I'm going to do it, am I? Now, I think the next stage might be 3 balloons or bubbles. Why do I keep calling them balloons? 3 bubbles, or they might be just 2 again and go quicker if we get to it. But I think we're going to get to it, aren't we? We are now. That's that one. Hooray! Stage 3. Oh man, I don't know. Forget it. I don't know how many stages there are on this. Oh, that's too mad. A lot of things moving on the screen at the same time. The computer's having to compute a lot, and it's game over again. Bubble Buster. I do like that graphics of the font there. It says 1983. Hudson Soft it says, but Hudson Soft did the Cannonball, the original MSX game, so I guess they own the trademark or the rights. Do have a look at Pang on the 128K reviewed on the channel. Do a search for Pang or put N Jenkin Pang on a YouTube search and it will come up. Tell me what you think. Much more advanced than this one, but that's Evolution for you. I don't think there's any other Evolutions past that, but there we go. Boop. Yeah, so I'm doing this as an expert now. One bubble's no problem for me. Always yellow, they don't change colour, which is a bit of a shame. They could have done different colours, I wonder why they didn't. And you could have been a nice choice of trousers for the person you're controlling, or pants if you will. We've got green, would nice to see random red and blue ones, and maybe even magenta. Let's see. Can I get to stage 4? That's asking a bit much. It's mental. Imagine this going about 4 times quicker. I don't know how I'm surviving here. Right, I need some sort of auto fire. Right, it didn't look like I had a chance of doing that for a moment, but I seem to have fired my way out of it with these infinite spears. Or Britney Spears maybe. Right, here we go. Boof. Nice divisions. The animation isn't smooth, is it? But it does pretend to be. I think it's programmed in BASIC maybe. But I'd love to see the programming of this. Lots of stuff is going on with no apparent slowdown, which is great. Is it in BASIC or is it machine code? Some expert will know. Let me know. I only ever programmed in BASIC. Very basic stuff. Machine code, that's a mystery to me. I think you need an assembler or something. Anyway, right, here we go. Right, 3 bubbles. What is the strategy here? Oh, ooh, I thought I was dead there. No, boob. Is that it? Oh, I've got another life. Another life. This might be the last life. Well, I've got 2 lives left. I mean, you need super skills to get to any level beyond this. If you have got the game or played it since this review, let me know what stage you've got to. What happens after stage 3 if you... Oh man, if you get there, is there a strategy you can use? Maybe there's a bit of the screen that it can never get you. Last chance. And I've died. It says. It's quite addictive, this game. It's quite addictive. I'd recommend this one. I'm a fan. Bubble Buster. There wasn't a Bubble Buster 2. Yes. Right. Is this worth another go? I think it might be, you know. The good old 80s. Right, this will be my last go for sure. Right, go on, sir. Don't know what this fella's name is. It doesn't say in the instructions. If you have played Cannonball, let me know. What is that like on the MSX? I think it was just in Japan though, so you might not have come across that unless you're Japanese. There might be some people watching this who are Japanese or lived in Japan. Let me know about that as well. Unfortunately, I don't know any Japanese language. Gaming's big in Japan, isn't it? If I could do a review where I speak completely in Japanese, that would be great, but it's beyond my skill level, I'm afraid. Right, I've got too many little things going on. It's like being in a popcorn machine. Oh, and I got popcorn on the brain there, and you died. Right. And that was only, yeah, stage 1, was it not? Keep going, sir. With your lovely green trousers. If you've got green trousers, let me know. And do you go out in the street and destroy bubbles? They're not balloons, they're bubbles. With spears. You probably need a special license. Again, I've gone off on some crazy tangent, but what was I going to talk about for 10 or so minutes on this game? You've pretty much seen all the gameplay straight away, so the more fun comes in playing it, I suppose. The borders don't change colour either, to my knowledge. Always say that yellow orange. That would be nice if that changed colour. So they could have evolved it a bit more, made it a bit more fun with different colour stuff or variants. For some reason they didn't. Maybe it's a memory thing. But I'll let them off because it plays so good. Boob. Right, come on. Pang is a lot smoother and a lot cleverer in the coding. Oh no! Look at that. You can do rapid fire once your spear's stopped. So if you shoot a few things in succession, that's the way to go. It's game over again. Well, you know, I think my bubbles might be busted, but we'll give it one more go. Beep, 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 beep. That's a popular Spectrum sound, isn't it? Beep, 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 beep. What was the coding for that? It was something like for n equals 1 to 50, beep 0.04, n, a colon, next n, something like that. Program that in. That's advanced as my programming skills go. I might do a border 2 at the end, and then another beep. 05,6. That's a good program. Maybe I should copyright it. Too late. I put it in the public domain. Wonder what that program is. Anyway, boob. You certainly won't see it on a download site. Bust your bubbles. Good advice here. Right. See, as the bubbles overlap, you can see a bit of a square around the bubble. Yes. But they divide quite well. The direction they go in when you hit them seems a little bit random. Especially on the smaller ones, they could go anywhere. Oh, come on. Can't seem to get my spear right in the corner. Boop, boop. Oh man, why didn't I fire there? Maybe the joystick's playing up. Game over. Oh god. Well, you know, I quite like that one. I'm a fan. I'm a fan of that game. Hope you liked having a look at it. That was Bubble Buster, published by Sinclair Research in 1984 on the ZX Spectrum 48K, and Pang was to come later, of course, from 1990. Now, if you've got any thoughts about this game, if you played it, or any similar games that I'm unaware of, then please put your thoughts below. Thanks for watching again, and until next time, take great care of yourself, and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.